G'day YouTube, warbles on a lot here. Look at that. It's raining. Proper significant rain. With a fair bit of runoff. All over the 9th trailer load of sticks. Removed from underneath the tree surgery. And to think that if it didn't rain tonight, I was going to sprinkle again. Because yesterday we got 6.2 millimetres. And now, I have to break the dam. To stop the water from flooding underneath my hut. How's that for runoff? What a lovely little storm. I will probably have to go down to the dam after this and make sure the pump hasn't been flooded, because this will definitely cause runoff into the dam. .22 millimetres in half an hour. Yeah, Wobbles is pretty excited by that. I think I'll leave the camera on pause and see what happens for a kind of a final figure, because this will probably only last for half an hour. Okay, well, it's half an hour later and the rain's pretty much stopped, but there's some really exciting thunder. Not much of a problem here. It would be really difficult to get anything to burn when it's just had pretty close to, well, no, we haven't got 25 millimetres, but we have got 22 and a half. Have we? No, 21.75. Okay, so that's 84 tonnes of water per hectare. Sorry, per acre. 84 tonnes per acre. So it's 208 tonnes per hectare. It makes my efforts with the sprinkling head seem fairly pathetic by comparison. In December I put 28 tonnes out. 14 tonnes through this and 14 tonnes through the mobile sprinkler. 28 tonnes in a month on 1.25 acres versus 84 tonnes in half an hour per acre. So that would be 100 tonnes onto the 1.25 acres that I have been trying to keep moist. Three months worth of watering in half an hour. It's really hard to compete with the rain. But that's pretty much cloud to cloud lightning, I'm fairly certain. Let's go over and be really exploratorily optimistic and see if there's any water in the dam, the house dam. Trouble is, my country is so thickly vegetated that it tends to filter out any runoff. But look at that. If they're still alive, I know some crayfish that are going to be delighted. That, for example, is a crayfish excavation, and that one there is particularly deep. I have great hopes that that fella might still be alive. A couple of days ago it started raining in Darwin. The monsoons finally got here. If there is sufficient saltbush and brigalow scrub still alive to evapotranspire the fallen monsoon rain back up into the rivers in the sky and push it across the inland of Australia, we should start getting some perhaps steady rain here in a couple of weeks. This is just storm activity. But it beats the hell out of what it was like here 6 months ago. And I think 4 or 6 millimetres per month, 3 months in a row, or was it 4, was the order of the day. It was bloody miserable. Compared to this, you notice you can't hear the crunchy crackle of dry leaves underfoot because 22 millimetres of rain has saturated the fire hazard, which is good, because today's Thursday and Friday, Saturday is when it's supposed to go back up to 36 to 40 degrees. And life becomes one long preparation for trying not to burn when the ember attack finally gets here. Warbles on a lot to YouTube. It has rained. We have had runoff. The rain has been intense. And just now, if you listen to the roof and you look at the top of the buoy walls, it becomes clear that we may in fact Look at that. The moisture evaporation gauge has come up from absolutely nothing to almost an inch. Fairly much purely because of this. All my best efforts have not really been keeping pace with evaporation, but it's meant that this little circle has been wetter and greener than everywhere else, because everywhere else hasn't been getting 12 tonnes a week when it doesn't rain. Yep, I think there might be another storm cell about to come over. Wouldn't it be lovely if we got another inch on top of that? Woohoo! Water in the dams. I will definitely have to take a walk after this next storm cell. But I'll call a halt to this video now because we're on an upbeat. It's raining again after runoff. Warbles on a lot to YouTube. Yahoo, yippee. Ciao.